Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me all right? Monki just had to rush. I just finished cooking the spicy noodles. I somehow timed it exactly right, so so it would be ready for stream. But Monki is not used to having things exactly right, and so I was a little worried that I would be late. Oh, happy anniversary now! Thank you, Shatter. Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome back, Monkey Mongoose. Hello. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Oh, and welcome back to the Tianshi Club. I guess I should say. So today, as you can see, Monki is going to attempt the spicy noodle challenge. Which I had been meaning to do because Monki's been a late monkey, but even more so now. But I'm excited, it smells pretty good. I brought myself four kinds of beverages today, just in case, because I have no idea what to expect. So, first beverage is my typical. I have a nice regular old tea today, a jasmine green tea. Then I have myself a royal milk tea, which is an iced. Well, I guess you can heat it up if you want to. It's a black milk tea, just in case. And if that's not good enough, I also have a little bit of milk, just in case. But Monkey tends to be pretty okay with spicy food, so we'll see how it goes. I'm only gonna touch the milk or milky beverages if absolutely necessary. And then I have also... Shatter, thank you! Oh my goodness! Wait, this is my first time. I don't even know how this works. Happy... Oh, I need to go back where I can see it. Monkey was freaking out too long. Let me go see the message that you sent me. Thank you, Shatter! Oh my goodness! What is this? First gift! Where is the message? How do I use this? Oh dear. I must be able to see this somewhere. This is feed? No? Where do I go? Feed. Feed maybe. Aha! Aha! It says, happy anniversary now from stream 1 to now. You've always been my Oshi. Oh. And from here on to forever. Hashtag love Tianshi forever. Thank you, Shatter. Oh dear. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And if I saw that correctly, that was the Monkey King, the Monkey King tea pet? Is that? Yeah. Monkey doesn't know what to say. Also doesn't know how to use this platform yet. But thank you so much. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. That's super exciting. Thank you so much, Shatter. Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Where was I? Oh no. Oh man. Oh, I was just saying I also have just some water just in case. That I might take if I need it, but oh boy. Where I'm also behind on chat now. Oh dear. Where was it? Where was I? I hope you're ready. Those noodles are no joke. That says a lot coming from a clown, doesn't it? No joke. Get it? Get it? You've done this before then, huh, Shatter? I don't strongly remember, but I apologize, but I will heed your warning. Speaking of no joke, Monki's gonna go on a tangent again, but just a short one. Oops, dropping things. 1 second. Oh boy, clearly Monkey is shaken up. Everything is everywhere now. Thank you again, Shatter. Oh yes, I remember now. I learned a new joke recently that I thought was great, and so I wanted to share it with y'all. It goes like this. A horse walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey!" And the horse says, "Sure." Okay. That's it. I just liked it. Let me get back to chat. Apparently you streamed 2 weeks ago, but I missed it. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have a good schedule right now, so I'm just doing gorilla streams for the most part. But I'm glad you made it this time. And I'm saying for the most part, but that was my first stream in a really long time. But from here on, I probably will do more gorilla streams. I will try my best. My sub list is a little bloated. Oh, I see. Eat it. Oh, that's true. I should get to it, shouldn't I? Should I get started? Milk for emergencies. Exactly. The emergency milk. Nah, y'all be fine. I eat black noodles all the time. Oh, okay. What kind of pepper variety are we talking? That's a good question. I do not I do not have the package here with me right now. That would have been a smart thing to do. I have no idea. You see that package over there? It's in Korean, so it's Korean, like yakisoba, spicy yakisoba, I guess. And it's just known for being spicy. I will. If anyone knows what kind of pepper they use, let me know. Oh dear, I thought I set the gift message to private. Ah! It's the usual shattered random cheese. It is. Thank you, Shatter. Thank you. Very embarrassed, but very happy. So thank you. Hello, Inky. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing? Oh boy. That was sweet. It was sweet. It was really sweet. Hey, now Why Japan loves to make characters with that one bowl haircut with the sides and back shaved. That has probably a lot to do with the fact that in a lot of elementary schools, especially, but just in the past in general, well, let's start with this. Japan has very strict regulations typically about uniform and appearance when you go to school. And so these regulations often extend to what kind of hairstyles and haircuts you can have. And so one of the very popular children's haircuts for boys generally was the bowl cut. And for girls it was like a bob, similarly like a very straight, neat cut. And so that kind of got really associated, I think, with a certain style and type of character and stuff. Nowadays it's not popular. But maybe, I don't know. Monkey's no good with time, as you know. So a little while back, it was very popular to do that with your children's. So it kind of has that sort of feel to it, I guess. Is this very straight-laced, I guess? But a little unfashionable? And maybe a little childish. I'm not sure. I think the money goes into your bank and then you use that money to buy bananas. That's how it works. Oh, I see. Hi, no. Happy anniversary! Hello, Fox. Thank you. Welcome. Can't stay, sadly. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, but I'm glad you were able to catch us for a little bit. I figured if I was the one to suggest a gift, I'd probably need to be the one to give it to you. Oh, thank you, Shatter. Not at all. I appreciated the suggestion to begin with, but now I am super excited. I am so excited. Oh, I can't wait. Some things never change. I've come home. Welcome home, Mongoose. I did try it once a year or so. Once a year? It was an experience. Once a year? You had the noodles once a year? Just wanted to say thanks for everything. Thanks for the memories, the love, the funny moments, even at the slowest monkey of times. Might be back, but I'm not sure you'll still be streaming by then. See ya on the flip side. Thank you, A-Fox. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. It's been great, A-Fox. It's been wonderful. You're so sweet. Yeah, Monkey will probably stream for... Monkey's aiming for about 2 hours maybe this time around? I'm not sure. Monkey treats a short tangent like Europe treats happy hour. It's 3 hours long. That does sound like Monkey. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, glad you liked it. Thank you. Or do you mean the shortness is not bad? I did keep it short. Monkey's horsing around. Hello, Sandy Pixel. Yes, monkey horsing around a little, I guess. That one's pretty good. Oh, thank you, Shatter. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Man walks into a bar and says, ouch. A classic. Happy anniversary now. May another blessed year of the Tea Club come and soon 1K subs come from... Oh dear. I don't know about that, but thank you so much. Thank you so much, Eiki. Howdy. Ah, Takurino, welcome. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Bowl cut is easy to draw too. That's true. It's also easy to cut. I think that's one reason why it got popular. Is it's called a bowl cut because literally it's for children. You take a bowl, you put it on their heads, and then you just cut up to that line, and you're good. Perfect bowl cut. Naturally, blonde kids sometimes get in trouble for dyeing their hair. Yeah, because in Japan, it's very unusual to have a hair color that is not black hair. So oftentimes, if you have a different hair color naturally, you have to actually prove it to your school to allow them, so that they can allow you to have that hair color. And then on top of that, some schools will say, I don't care if it's natural or not, you're dyeing your hair black for the sake of uniformity, which is very important to Japanese culture. So it's kind of tough for people, typically people with mixed heritage, in Japan. Because if you're clearly like a transfer from abroad student, then they'll understand that your hair might not be black. But if you are like a Japanese kid, they might be very strict and say, well, you seem Japanese, why do you have brown hair, for example? Something in the middle usually, because mixed heritage doesn't usually come out blonde, but it can. It can also come out red. Very interesting. Did I actually accidentally type happy anniversary now instead of no? I wasn't even doing a joke. I understand. Eat them noodles. Oh, it is that time, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna get started on these noodles while I continue to chat, but I need to take a mouthful first. Oh, yeah, before they get cold, huh? Oh, gonna stir this a little bit. Well, it doesn't look too bad, but looks can be deceiving. Monkeys had really spicy stuff that didn't look really spicy, and monkeys also had really non-spicy stuff that looked really spicy. So let's take a bite and see. Oh! Gymnopedy hype. Okay, let's see. That's pretty good. It's definitely spicy. I'll give you that. It's definitely spicy. We'll see how it goes as Monki goes through the whole bowl. That's tasty though. It's probably all the MSG. If you want something to be tasty, add the tasty crystals, the MSG. I assure you, it will be even tastier. I don't know if they have MSG, but it kind of tastes like it. Alright, where was I? Happy 3rd year anniversary, Monkey. Thank you, Perry. How have you been? I have been good. How have you been? Busy, but good. Also, I pray for your tongue. Thank you. There's a slightly reddish hair color too, I think. Yeah, wait. What do you mean? For mixed heritage people, I feel like the color usually comes out this sort of like... I don't know, it's a range of brown that looks quite nice, honestly, but... So red hair is actually really rare because it's, like blonde hair, it's, what do you call it? Recessive? And so you kind of need to have had that gene sit around on both sides of your family for a while to have someone who's mixed heritage but their parents are not redheaded, not both redheaded, but they're redheaded. So that's kind of rare. It surprisingly does happen in East Asia. It also happens quite a lot in South Asia because of the contact with the West, the way that it was, I suppose. But yes. Where was I? Sadly, I have to leave for work. Okay, have a good day at work. You're amazing. No, thank you. Your community really loves you, and you are truly special. Thank you, Tak. Thank you. I hope you have an amazing anniversary stream. Here's to more Monkey. Thank you, Tak. Have a wonderful day at work. Thank you for dropping by. The moment of truth is upon us. It's true. It's true. Or rather, it was. In the past. Hello, past shatter. I will eat a bit more. No, 食べる. That could be a pun. 食べる now. It's true. I will 食べる now. I almost missed it. Hello, hemoglobin. Welcome. Eating ASMR. Eating ASMR. I don't know what it sounds like. I hope it's not too noisy for all of you. Hi, Himoye. It's very tasty, but it sneaks up on you Oh, I see, I see. Well, I'll make sure to keep an eye out. I won't rest on my laurels too early. Yes, I have rust red hair, and sometimes my beard hair grows blonde. People ask why I do such a weird dye job, but I'm like, nah, I'm just mixed wired. Yeah. Eduardo, are you a lion? Be honest. Yeah. Oishii. Monki, hi, happy anniversary. Hello, Atlantic Maniac. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you. How could he be honest if he is a lion? Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. I don't mean full-on ginger, but I've seen non-black Japanese hair that looks natural. Maybe the dye is just that good? Oh, Monkey has maybe, I don't know. My perspective on it is that a lot of East Asian hair isn't actually like jet black. There's a lot of gradient to it, especially if you go out in the sun, your hair gets a little sun bleach sort of thing. But Monkey's cutoff for what Monkey calls blonde is apparently not the same as what other people think. Apparently some people think that their hair is not blonde when Monkey thinks that their hair is blonde. I don't know. Monkey cannot say. But the dyeing your hair in Japan right now is really popular. So it can be hard to know, I suppose, unless you know the person. Speaking of hair colors, it always confused me. Is Europe really the only country with other hair colors? The natives from here have black and many, as far as I remember. Maybe I sound dumb for asking. You know, Aniki, I always wondered about this too. I feel like all the colorful humans come from Europe, and almost specifically Northern Europe. And I think there's a reason for that, because the colorfulness is kind of an adaptation. If you notice, the colorfulness tends to be lighter colors in general, right? In some ways, those humans, you might call them like hypomelanistic. I think you might use that term. I don't know, maybe that's not a good term to use. You humans can tell me. But it's because up in the north, you don't get a lot of sunlight. And humans need sunlight to produce things like vitamin D. It's very important. And so, for various reasons, having a lighter coloration, especially skin coloration, allows you to absorb more vitamin D, right? So there's something of that involved, but I don't know why all the colorfulness happens. Like, I don't know if that's an accidental side effect or if it also serves some sort of purpose. It's very interesting though. It does seem like almost everywhere else is on the darker end of the spectrum. Kinda, if you see how my hair natural curls, keeps saying it looks like a lion's mane or Jesus hair. Ah, that's cool. Fluffy. Continent, not country. Oh yes, Monkey gets those terms mixed up too. They sound so similar. That's pretty good. Hello, past now. Find me in the future. Oh, hello, future Shatter. I guess it's past Shatter now. I will find you in the future. Blonde and redheads are quite closely tied to white skin, so more common in Europe for sure. Oh, yeah. And by the way, did you know that there's 2 different kinds of light-skinned humans? I don't know, Monkey knows random things sometimes. Monkey finds humans fascinating. There are 2 types light color humans that come from slightly different branches. So humans naturally have dark skin, right? That's you know, humans came from near the equator, I think. So having the dark skin was an important protection since y'all don't have fur. So it's very important to have dark skin to protect you from the sun. But as humans kind of migrated out of that area, two different strains of humans developed a type of I can't say albinism. That's why I've been using hypomelanism, but I don't know if that's true or not. But lighter skin colors, because as they left that area, they needed to be able to absorb more sunlight, as I was talking about. And so the light skin developed, but in two branches. One went up basically straight north, and then I guess northwest. If you follow that lineage, that's one type of light skin. And the other one went northeast. And so that's why there's still the difference. So I wonder if so if you look at the genetic mutations, they're actually slightly different depending on your heritage. And so I wonder if that's why only the light-colored humans in the northwest have so many colors, whereas the light-colored humans in the northeast don't have as many. I wonder. There could also be something about, like, you know, the top of your head is where your hair is, and maybe that also has something to do with the sun coming down? I'm not sure. Me, French, Chinese, Mexican. Oh, I see. And Mexican itself tends to be a blend too, right? Though I don't know if your heritage is blended. Monkey, is you mean dirty blonde? Maybe. I don't know. It could be. Cause maybe that's where the contention lies, but these people say that they don't consider themselves blonde, and dirty blonde has the word blonde in it, so I would have thought that wouldn't be contentious, but I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about something just slightly darker than what most people mean when they say dirty blonde? I'm not sure. Quite a mix. I imagine family dinners are good. That's a good point. That's true, Mongoose. I don't know. I imagine that too, actually. Those cultures are all very food-based cultures, as one might say. Cultures that really care about their food. I feel like some human cultures really care about food. All human cultures care about food, but some really care about it. And I feel like those are all very good food cultures. My mom was raised by an Italian woman. Oh, so we mostly eat Italian at home, Mama. You know, Italian also known for having good food. Of course, Monkey knows about everyone's food, I guess. Not everyone's. I would like to know everyone's food, though. You know, this is not so bad. Monkey, you know. I say this now maybe I'll regret it later, but so far, on the first bite, I thought to myself, oh no, this is pretty spicy. Is this gonna be okay? But so far, it's actually been not too bad. I thought it would really start building up, but so far, it's stayed about the same level as when it started, I guess. Ooh. It's one of those things, though. I just drank some tea. It gets worse if you drink something for some reason. I mean, it's probably because of the solubility in water, bringing it around your mouth kind of thing. But also, I feel like the heat, since spiciness is actually when your like heat sensors are getting triggered in your mouth, even though there's no heat. That's the sensation of spicy. Actually drinking something hot or cold. My tea right now is hot. Well, warm. It makes your nerves even more confused. I think hypomelanistic is at least scientifically accurate. Okay, okay. Glad to hear it. I have no idea what is my race. My grandparents are from Portugal, but I do have some blonde hairs. Meanwhile, the other grandparents do African religion, but have native features. Am I a mix of four? I wonder. Ehiki, your family's from oh, your grandparents are from Portugal. Oh, I see. I do hear that it's very common to have mixed peoples in Brazil, right? In some ways I feel like the Brazilian look, the way Brazilians look is a result of a kind of mixing. Same with, like, as I was mentioning, the Mexican look tends to be a mix of the people who had been there for a really long time, the native we call Mexicans, and then the mix of the immigrants who came in and mixed with them, right? Gives you that particular Mexican look. It's not Spanish, it's not native, it's something else, right? I feel like Brazil also had a good job of mixing like that. Other places you would think would have more mixing, like the Northern Americas. For some reason, they didn't mix as much. It's kind of weird, right? You would think that, like the US likes to call itself a melting pot, but there aren't too many mixed people. It's very strange to Monki. Though it still bugs me how I'm completely pale. Even my brother is somewhat tanned. Oh, I see. You know, Ehiki, it all depends on culture. Some cultures really like pale skin, and some cultures really like tan skin, so I understand. Monkey grew up in monkey culture, so we had fur. Also, Europe has less lactose intolerance since calcium lets you absorb vitamin D easier. Oh, interesting. You know, I always thought that the reason for the less lactose intolerance... In fact, I would say the reason for the lactose tolerance, because humans are not naturally lactose tolerant. If you look at the world, the majority of humans are not lactose tolerant. It's just kind of a weird mutation that some humans had, but it became really important in the north, as you said, for survival reasons. Northern Europe specifically, to be able to drink milk without getting sick or a little, like, uncomfortable sort of thing, you know? And so that's why Northern Europeans, as you said, are one of the few groups of humans, one of the few genetic lineages of humans that have really a lot of lactose tolerance. Almost everywhere else, I think maybe everywhere else, is majority lactose intolerant, because that's the norm for humans. Humans aren't meant to drink milk past a certain age. But the vitamin D thing is interesting, because I always thought it was because if you look at the north, it's really hard to get nutritious food in the winter. It gets so cold and everything dies. It's, I think, another reason why Northern Europeans kept cows for milk. No one else really did it, but if the cow can survive the winter, then you get fresh milk, you know, warm, drinkable, nutrient-filled stuff all season, all year. Even when you can't grow anything and all you have is like preserved meats and veggies and whatever you were able to squirrel away for the winter. So I've always figured that it was kind of a necessary thing in order to survive, in a way, in order to get all of the nutrients that you needed to survive. And but the vitamin D thing is interesting too. That might be true because, you know, there's actually, it's a bit of a conspiracy. Like a real life conspiracy by the milk industry, that milk does have a lot of calcium actually, so it is good to have milk for that. But mostly it has a lot of fats and other nutrients and stuff. It's not a bad source of calcium, but there are better sources of calcium. But you see, the better sources of calcium tend to be things like green leafy vegetables and fish. These both have way more calcium than milk. But these are also things that would have been hard to get in Northern Europe during the winter. Fishing, maybe they could do some fishing depending on where they were. I think a lot of Northern Europe is coastal, right? So they could probably get some fish. Maybe. I don't know much about wintertime fishing. Maybe it's really difficult. But the other thing is, there's no way you can get green leafy vegetables in the middle of frozen winter, right? That's my assumption. So it also makes sense that it's a great source of calcium, along with all the other like vitamins and minerals that humans need that would be hard to get during the winter. Out of Africa theory still holds, I think. That humans originated in Africa? That makes sense to me. I don't know. Cats also originated in Africa. That's not true. There are some cats. So we think most cats, we think the domestic house cat originated in Africa and then maybe split off, I think, into the European wildcat and the Asian wildcat, and I don't remember. I thought there was one more. I think they also did a similar thing to humans. So it may be a very common thing to do. I mean, Africa is honestly just a really... What do you say? Like a really... fertile place? I don't know if that's the right word. A good place... a good place for animals to live. Kinda like anywhere equatorial, I feel, is so full of life all the time. Animals and fruits and everything. I mean, not that Africa is entirely equatorial, obviously, but just the fact that a big portion of it is. Let's see. Yo, Monkey, I gotta walk the dogs. Oh, okay. Have fun with the dogs. And run errands. Oh, sounds good. Catch you later. Take care if you end before I head back. Sounds good. Thank you for coming by, Eduardo. It's good to see you. Go have fun. This is indeed a thing that confuses me. Because my parents always said, don't wear black clothes when it's hot outside. Yet the warmer countries have darker tones. Ah, I see. Maybe my parents just made up things? Actually, your parents aren't wrong, Enhiki. It's the difference between skin and clothing. So the dark skin does help protect your skin itself by preventing... So what happens is the melanin in human skin, it absorbs some of the rays, I guess, of the sun, the heat and the what are they called? Light rays, the light rays of the sun, and prevents them from absorbing in a way that will, say, damage your DNA. Basically, because it can absorb so much of that energy is not free to run around and damage things in your body. So that's why the darker skin is good. However, when it comes to clothing, because most clothing will protect you from... I mean, if it's not sheer, right? Most clothing, even sheer clothing probably, will protect you from the light rays, the UV and such. Then the ability to absorb the heat becomes less of the factor. And in fact, what you want your clothing to do is to be able to dissipate the heat and prevent the heat from getting to your skin in the first place. And so, because of that, dark colors, just like the darker skin, will absorb more of the heat. So, if your clothing absorbs the heat and it's on your body, then that heat's gonna stay on your body and you're gonna keep cooking. You know, kind of like touching a hot plate. But lighter colored clothing, the reason lighter colored clothing looks lighter is because it's reflecting more light, right? So more of the light that's hitting it is reflecting off rather than being absorbed. And so if it gets reflected away, then the clothing itself stays at a cooler temperature and doesn't continue to spread that heat to your body as you wear it. So if you notice, a lot of people who live in deserts, for example, they'll bundle up so that they're almost completely covered in clothing. You would think it would be too hot, but having a little bit of... If the clothing is light enough, having a little bit of space where air can be between your skin and the clothing, that also provides insulation. So it does help a little bit. And these places where they bundle up, you'll notice it's also, aside from being very light fabrics in terms of like I guess when I say light fabrics, I don't just mean light colored, but I also mean light feeling, you know, not heavy fabrics. Light has way too many meanings. But usually you'll see that the fabrics are all really light colored, white or like a light sand color. And that's again to reflect away as much of the sunlight as possible, so that the things that are touching your body or closest to your body are not radiating their heat into you. I actually recently saw that in Japan they did a study to see, aside from white and black, what colors stay the coolest in terms of clothing. And they found that since heat and infrared are actually the same thing in a way, it's really weird once you get into the science of it, but heat and infrared are kind of the same thing. So they found that actually the clothing that stayed the coolest, ironically, you wouldn't think so to look at it, but the clothing that stayed the coolest, aside from the white and other light color, I guess, aside from white, I think, the clothing that stayed the coolest was light colored clothing and red, actually. Which Monki was surprised by, but I guess the more you block from that spectrum, the cooler it'll be. Though of course infrared is not something that humans can see. Monkeys can't see it either, I think. At least I can't. So it's hard to know for sure if your red clothing is red enough that it is also infrared clothing. I guess you could say, because you can't see it. And it also means that you can have other clothing that doesn't look red, but it blocks infrared anyway. In fact, that's what a lot of sunscreen does, is it blocks UV and infrared, I think. I think. Yeah, I thought it was interesting, that's all. Monkey's rambling again. Monkey's going to shove some more noodles into my mouth and then catch up with chat. I don't know, maybe it's because Monkey is taking so long to eat these, but that felt less spicy than the first bite. I don't know. Pretty tasty though. Might be a result of interbreeding with Neanderthals too. There's probably a bit of that, because apparently quite a lot of that happened. And Neanderthals, you're right, I did hear that Neanderthals had really light coloration in the skin and maybe even in the hair. The thing is, hair and skin are probably pretty related in some ways too, because how do you say? Because the color, the dark color, is melanin in both, right? Now that I think about it, I wonder if there's a relationship to how easily people can tan too, because I've heard that like Northern Europeans, really light-colored humans, sometimes have a difficult time tanning, but specifically from the European region. Whereas really light-colored humans in the Eastern regions tend to be able to tan, or even tan very easily if they want to. So they have more of a spectrum of natural skin color, whereas in the European area, Northern European area, sometimes they don't have much of a range. So I find that very interesting too. Black absorbs more heat, but in skin it blocks more UV. Yeah, exactly. Not completely though. Yeah, it's still important to take care of your skin, even if you have dark skin. PSA, even if you have dark skin, it is important to be careful in the sun. You know, I wonder. Monkey can't say too much about this, because as you can see, Monkey is a monkey. So I don't know for sure. But you gotta be careful. But you also gotta be careful the other way, apparently. If you have really dark skin and you go live somewhere like Northern Europe where there's not a lot of sun, make sure you're still getting enough vitamin D, because sometimes, since your body is not built to absorb as much or is built to absorb less percentage of that's coming from the sun because your body's used to a lot of sunlight, it means that you don't get as much vitamin D as you need. And vitamin D deficiency is no joke. It can really mess with your mood. So be on the lookout. Let's see. Even the darkest person will sunburn eventually. Learning about food is important. I think so. I've really been trying to broaden my horizons recently. What have you been cooking recently, Shatter? That sounds like fun. What have you got? I've been trying in vain to show people that British food isn't all bad. British food gets a really bad rep. There is tasty British food. Hold on. Nom, nom, nom. So Mongoose, give us the spiel then. If we want really tasty British food, what should we look out for? Yeah, a lot of groups stuck to their own little zones in the US. Yeah, really, it's very interesting. It's a bit ironic to call yourself the melting pot when it's more like, rather than a melting pot, it's more like... Now Monkey's got some weird ideas. You know, like there's the difference between like a stew and like a chunky soup. I feel like melting pot is almost like a stew, or even more than that. Like a stew even still has little chunks here and there. A melting pot should be completely melted, right? Like when you melt a bunch of cheeses together for mac and cheese. That's a melting pot. Then in the middle you got a stew where all the flavors come out and really combine with each other and really create these interesting things. But you still got some distinct chunks where you can say like, yeah, this flavor came from the meat, and oh, there's the meat, you know? Or this flavor came from the beans, and oh, there's the beans. And then there's like a chunky soup where it's like, these are the noodles, here is the veggies, you know, each of them contribute maybe a little bit to the overall the soup stock maybe, but honestly, whatever you're eating in the soup probably was added to the stock. The stock was probably made with something else, so even the stock is its own thing. I feel like these are different kinds of mixing. Japan promotes milk pretty hard for the intolerance rate. Yeah, it's a thing. I wonder if the Japan promoting milk thing has anything to do with the fact that I think it's a big factor in why Westerners are so much bigger than everyone else. Really? Not everyone else, but kind of everyone else. Because like I said, milk is packed with lots and lots of nutrients, but especially protein and fats that make it really easy to grow really big when you're small. That's a funny thing to say, grow big when you're small. But basically, getting a lot of milk when you're small, I think, is a big contributor to growing big. It's not as the milk companies would tell you just the like healthy bones calcium thing, but just all of the building blocks in general. If you think about it, the majority of milk that is drunk these days is cow's milk. And I mean, have you seen cows? This milk must be packed with all sorts of good things for growing big. So if you notice that over time, actually, just based on diet, people around the world have started getting bigger and bigger. I think that's a big part of it. So I wonder if that's why during the Meiji period, Japan was trying to look around the world and try to adopt various things from different places that they thought were contributing to why that country had so good X or so good Y. Like they took German military and school system. They took British beef stew, curry, and other things too. But like milk, I think that comes from, you know, the northwest and all of that. So I get the feeling that they realized how much you can get out of drinking milk and started saying, oh, we should do this, even though a lot of people really can't. But I think that's also why you can find a lot more like lactose-free milk and other milk products with low lactose in East Asia, because they adopted it, but they recognized that not everyone can have it. Hello, it's been a while. Oh, hello! GL. Welcome! It has been a while. I'm sorry I haven't been able to make it to any of the things that you invited me to. But thank you for coming. It's good to see you. I've been meaning to check out your live stream schedule. Oh, right now I've been having trouble keeping a schedule, so I've just been doing guerrilla streams, or that was the honestly I was very bad at sticking to that too because I was so busy. And so I actually haven't streamed for a very long time. This is my second stream in like 6 months. So I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I'll probably mostly be doing guerrilla streams for the foreseeable future too, though I might if I get to a point where I can make a schedule, I'll try to. I'm glad this live stream popped up in my feed. I'm glad it did too. I'm glad to see you again. Oh, in Battle Fever J in 1978, one of the bad guys' plans was to destroy the fish supply so all of Japan would have weak bones. Oh boy, that's great. Oh man, I don't know this Battle Fever J. It sounds pretty hilarious though. That's a great idea. Then they will all have weak bones. Oh. I love that kind of just silly plot. It like almost makes logical sense, right? Almost. A party holds out bowl. Oh, hello, Cheesecake! Welcome, welcome! Good to see you! Vivacious? Maybe fecund? Oh, maybe. Is there a word that means just like good for life? It is the thing that life likes. As a very pale person, everyone in my family yells at me to put on sunscreen before I go outside. You know, Cheesecake, that probably is a good habit to get into. You know, Monki, whenever I was in human form as a baby monkey, I would also be told, wear sunscreen when you go out, wear sunscreen when you go out. Not really yelled, but always made sure to be told. And so, I got into the habit that if I was in human form, I'd wear sunscreen when I went out. And Monkey never burned. But then, as Monkey got older and more independent, Monkey thought to myself, oh, I don't think I've ever burned in my life, so I must not be susceptible to getting sunburn. So I'm not gonna worry about it. And so I went out once in human form without any sunscreen, and I burned. Turns out, sunscreen works. And it's very important too. Not just for the sunburn, because sunburn is when the sun damages your skin to the point where your skin says, "Nuh-uh, we can't have this. We gotta get rid of this dead stuff or this potentially dangerous stuff." And so it's really uncomfortable, right? But it's even if you don't get to the sunburn stage, you could still get to the sun damage stage, which has more long-term effects. The scariest of which is obviously skin cancer, but other things too. So you gotta be careful. So especially if you don't have a lot of natural skin protection, like the darker skin tones, then wear sunscreen. Some people even think you should wear sunscreen every day no matter what. I think that probably depends a lot on the person themselves, their own body composition and stuff, but some people say so, and it seems to work for them. You know, at this point, maybe it's because the noodles cooled down? They're almost more sweet than spicy to Monki. Where was I? A Devious Plan mangas. Showa series had a few of those. Showa series? Oh, of the Battle Fever? Is it Tokusatsu? I still remember Operation Flying Squirrel. Oh? Flying Squirrel? Remind me, was that Denzima? Oh, if it wasn't Denjimon, it may have been Skyrider. I see. We got ourselves some. I'm guessing at this point it must be Tokusatsu with names like that. Bedouins wear dark loose clothing in the desert. Don't know how they do it. Oh, interesting. Ah, welcome. Ah, good to see you. Oh, I didn't know that. I've only ever seen the light-colored clothing. Now I want to look this up. What does that look like, I wonder? Let's see if I open it up. Oh. Ah, Gymnopedy 3 If I look up pictures of Bedouin, how do you pronounce Bedouin? I see mostly light colors. I see some dark colors. Loose clothing does help a lot, even if you wear dark colors. Oh, I do see some dark color. Yeah, I wonder how they do it. Maybe if you stay mostly in the shade, or you just get used to it. Oh. Now Monkey's really curious. Alright. Oops. There we go. Ah, stop. Wait. There we go. Happy 3rd anniversary now. Ah, Nano-senpai, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Can you believe it's been 3 years? Monkey's not been good about being around for the whole time, those 3 years. I apologize. I'm celebrating anyway, though. 3 years. I'm not naked. My clothes are infrared. I do sometimes wonder. Well, actually, I was thinking about it. If you could make something that was infrared color, what would it look like to someone who can't see infrared, right? But if that's the case, I think it would just look black. Because if you think about it, if no light is reflecting out of it, but also no light is passing through it, then it would look black. And if the only light that's reflecting out of it is infrared and you can't see it and no light is passing through it, then it would look black. But if light is passing through it, light is passing through it, but it's reflecting more infrared than other kinds of light, then it would look clear. I think. Yeah. It's always a little mind-boggling to try to think about how things look to other people's. Cause like there's a lot of animals who can see infrared, right? And there are some who can see ultraviolet. I wonder what that looks like. But it's hard to say, cause Monkey can't even say I know what the world looks like to you, you know? What if your blue is my brown and my green is your red? And then with the multiple kinds of color blindness, clearly it's not can't be a one-to-one mapping, right? I have heard that even there are some sorts of differentiations like amongst humans, for example. I heard once, and I don't know how much additional study has been put into this, but I heard once that human women, or women model style, what do you call it? You know, women version 2.0. That style of, if you're that style of human, there's in general on average, they can see more shades of red than if your, you know, model is like man style model. What do they call them? Like if you're a Gundam, like you're it's model, right? Yeah. Where was I? As someone who wears dark clothing, when out and about, most of the time. The heat is my persistent enemy, lol. Shatter can confirm. Dark clothing plus heat. Difficult. Happy 3rd anniversary, little sister Tianshi. Ah, Najanka, welcome! Thank you! Redheads famously burn without tanning. Yeah, I think that there's some sort of correlation there too. I don't know. I wonder how close redheads are to like human albinism. Because I know if you have albinism, you can't make melanin at all. So you end up, for humans, it's blue eyes and pale skin and white hair, I think. So I wonder if they have similar problems to the majority of redheads who have also similarly very light skin that cannot tan. But I guess I assume you can also say not all redheads, because I've met redheads who are not light-skinned because of the genetic mixing thing, right? So they got the superpowers. Wait, is it superpowers if it's the norm to have dark skin? I don't know. Everyone has superpowers, right? No matter what type of person, what model of human you are, you got some sort of superpower. So that's how I think about it. Can confirm, no range. I do not tan. I combust. You combust! Oh no! That sounds tough. Shatter. Gotta be careful then. Mood is the least of your worries. You can get rickets. Oh. You know, I hadn't thought about that. I always assumed that any of the like major deficiency stuff would be like rickets and stuff would come after the mood changes, so hopefully the mood changes help you catch it. But you're probably right that you should watch out for physical problems as well. I guess mood problems are physical problems. Just look out in general, huh? Mostly Greek/Middle Eastern dishes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that sounds really good. That's some tasty fare right there too. The recipes I've seen are very chicken and rice based. Oh, which makes them perfect for meal prepping, high protein muscle building, and most importantly, delicious food. Oh, I see. For our high protein muscle building jester. That sounds great. Let's see. Full English breakfast. Oh yeah, English breakfast is pretty good. If you've not tried a full English breakfast, I do recommend giving it a try. I feel like when it comes to Western breakfasts, people kind of have an idea of basically like the very basic. I don't know if it's North American or United States kind of breakfast where you got lots of carbs and some meats and some eggs. So you got but in terms of carbs is usually potatoes and pancakes and French toast, those kind of things. In terms of meats, you got like one kind of breakfast sausage, bacon, what's it called? Eggs, I guess, if you consider the eggs part of the meats. I feel like there's one more. And then, yeah. Basically that. Lots of different kinds of eggs. But like, I feel like the British, the full English breakfast has things like, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm getting it mixed with some other European breakfasts, but I think there's beans, sometimes there's tomato, there's blood sausage, there's all sorts of different kinds of stuff. Definitely worth a try if you like breakfast with variety. Pies various, including the humble Cornish pastry. Cornish pastry. Let me look that up. Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Oops. Not sure I know exactly what's in that, so I'm going to look it up. Cornish pastry. Ooh, tasty looking. British baked pastry, traditionally associated with Cornwall. Well, main ingredients. Beef skirt, potato, swede, and onion. Swede?! You guys eat swedes? I didn't know that cannibalism was common amongst, you know, the human populations in the north there. Okay, I looked it up. A swede. Oh, a swede is a kind of rutabaga, which is a root vegetable. It's a type of turnip. Ah, I see. Sounds tasty. So it's not another human. That's good. That's good. Fish and chips is legally required to mention. I thought so too. Fish and chips is a good mention. But I think sticky toffee pudding would win most people over. Oh, you know, I don't think I've tried that either. I'm gonna look up what sticky toffee pudding looks like. That sounds tasty. Sticky toffee pudding. Ooh, oh, that looks incredible. Sticky toffee pudding, also known as sticky date pudding. Oh, it is a British dessert consisting of moist sponge cake. Oh, made with finely chopped dates covered in a toffee sauce, and often served with a vanilla custard or a vanilla ice cream. Okay, Monki needs to try this one. Yep. I think that'll win most people over. You know, interestingly, Monki's never been the hugest fan of like, what's it called? Dates in desserts? Dates in... Yeah, I like just eating dried dates on its own, but not usually in a dessert. But actually, this sounds pretty good. I gotta give it a try. Yeah. Now that you mention it, I'm also thinking of like... One thing that people haven't really tried is I feel like outside of Britain, it's really hard to find actual crumpets. Crumpets are delicious. I don't know how many of you have tried crumpets. They are delicious. Just soft, pillowy, like, you just put butter on it. It's just delicious. I don't know, man. Speaking of seeing cows, have you seen freshly blow-dried cows? Freshly blow-dried cows? Fluffy rectangle, friends. I have not. I guess that's the next thing I'm gonna search. Freshly blow-dry. They blow-dry their cows? Oh. No. No. So cute. What is this? No, this is just a normal cow? Really? It's so fluffy. It's so fluffy. eggs. These are not cows. These are stuffed toys. Very large stuffed toys in the shape of cows. Oh my goodness. That's so cute. No. Oh. Thank you. I needed this in my life and it is wonderful. Happy anniversary, you know. Thank you, thank you. Justice Mog. Thank you. Correlation / causation warning. Oops, what's happening here? My chat box is being a little funny. Is it fixed? It fixed. Fixed? Did not fix. Where was I? Oh! I see what happened. It got confused with the emoji. I can read around it, I think. Correlation / causation warning in effect. But around the time beef became readily available in Japan, the average height shot up about 2 feet. Yeah, that one's a tough one because in Japan, all of this happened around the same time, right? The beef, the milk, the adopting of lots of Western stuff in the first place. But I assume it's mostly the diet changes, whether it's the beef or the milk or whatever else was added, that made the huge height difference change. I'm not sure, but I get that feeling. Oh my goodness. You know, more impressive than how spicy these noodles are supposed to be. I'm almost done with them, by the way. They really feel less spicy now than on the first bite. But the really impressive thing about these noodles is how colorful the sauce is. I have here's a Britishism, or I don't know what do you British people call the thing you wipe your face with? In America, they call it a napkin, and I know that that's not a good word in British English, but my napkin, let us say, is now completely covered in the color of the sauce. It is a very potent coloration. But spicy-wise, honestly, I'm feeling fine. I could probably have another one of these if Monki wasn't so full from just having one already. It's not so bad. But you know, the spicy noodle challenge. Did it start in Japan? Because Japan has a notoriously low spice tolerance, so maybe that's a factor. Yeah, Monkey's almost done here. No need for milks after all. Not even water. I have been having some tea, but I don't think tea has anything in it that breaks down spicy stuff. At least not that I've heard of. And honestly, I haven't been drinking that much tea because I've been chatting so much. That laugh. Oh dear. I do have a laugh. Battle Fever J was the third Super Sentai. The third! Wow! Wow, that's some history right there. It's the black sheep, as a lot of people don't like the suits, but it added the giant robot to the formula. Oh, so it deserves credit. Oh, let me look that up then. Battle Fever J. I gotta see what this contentious visual. Monkey's not words right now. This contentious visual aesthetic was like, oh, this was contentious at the time, huh? Don't like the suits. Oh. Nowadays, I feel like it's, you know, it's probably was still super influential. So I bet I can see why. I bet to me they don't look that different, but maybe it's the suits. Is it because there's a lot of white on the suits? What didn't they like about it, I wonder? Monkey's not deep enough into Super Sentai to know what's the good stuff. Hope this isn't a rude question, but did Monki get in trouble for laughing too loud as a little one? I appreciate that you are asking, or that you are concerned about whether or not it is contentious. It is not a contentious question for Monki, because Monki, luckily enough, did not get in trouble for laughing too loud. You know, when you put it that way, Monki is surprised that I didn't get in trouble for laughing too loud. Maybe some people were thinking it. Monki does talk kind of loudly when I get excited. You can't tell so much over stream because of audio balancing, but Monki can get kind of loud. And so sometimes Monki's family would be like, "Hey, you're too loud right now, be quiet." When Monki was talking very loud. But I don't remember being admonished for laughing very loud. In fact, Monki's family, especially one of Monki's mamas, really liked how loud Monki laughs, I think. She liked to say, "You can always tell when Monki is home, because the whole house is filled with laughter." So I never got in trouble for that, though I've always been a little bit worried that it might bother people, because I do know that some people don't like to hear people's laughs coming from the middle of nowhere really loudly, right? Oh yeah, Monki's mama also used to say that Monki should... You know how... Have you heard about, like, professional laughers? That they, like, in theaters and stuff, sometimes... I don't know if this is true or just a legend, but sometimes they'll plant people in the audience who will laugh at appropriate times in order to get the audience going in the right mood. Monki's mama, every time we went to some sort of show, Monki's mama would say, "They should hire you." Because Monki would laugh really hard and then everyone else would laugh really hard, so... You know, if Monki could get paid for that, if anyone knows if Monki could get paid for that, I would do it. I would go watch shows and laugh, because the laugh just happens naturally anyway. And I get to go watch some shows, and rather than pay for it, I make money. That sounds great. Out of curiosity, why do you ask, Mongoose? I hardly get sunburn at all since I have good sunscreen on, and I limit the amount of time I stay outside. Ah, that's always important. I feel like sunscreen... Monki didn't like... As a baby monkey, didn't like how sunscreen feels so greasy. That's why... When Monki got old enough to make my own decisions... Monki tried not wearing it. But it's important. But as it turns out, if you look around, it's more expensive, but... A lot of places, I think... At least... I guess Monki doesn't know for sure a lot of places. Monki has some, like... I think Japanese sunscreen that is meant for your face. And so it's a little more expensive, but... You're not supposed to use it on your whole body anyways. Just face, maybe hands. And it is, like, the most matte sunscreen Monki has ever had. In that it doesn't feel greasy at all. It feels really light and you almost don't even notice it after you put it on. Highly recommend. They can make some good stuff. But for the rest of my body, I always use the bulk sunscreen, because Monki don't got that much money. That was a real tangent. Where was I? Oh! I also finished my noodles just there. I forgot to announce that right before that sip of tea I just had, that was the last of the noodles. Monkey feels fine. I don't know. My mouth isn't even that spicy. Did I get... I got the right noodles. Well, it is what it is, I guess. It was tasty though, so... I still have a few left because I got like, you know how they have packs where they have multiple in a pack? Got one of those, so maybe I'll eat some more later. Glad I enjoyed it. Do-do-do. Monki has done it. They've overcome the spicy noodles. I guess so, I guess so. Wow, I feel so lucky that I've caught this rare stream then. I'm glad you made it. I hope life has been good. Busy, good busy and not bad busy. Mostly good busy, I would say. There's always a little bit of a mix of both, right? But mostly good busy, I would say. The mantis shrimp has arguably the widest spectrum of sight of the animal kingdom. Somehow they worked out it can see 3 more colors than humans. Ah, yeah, I heard about that. Though funny enough, did you know? Everyone thinks that, oh wow, the mantis shrimp must have incredible eyesight then. They must be able to see so much more, like seeing like a mantis shrimp must be like seeing the world, but with like... You know how that's HDR? You know how images... like photography can't capture all the colors that we can see in a single photograph, right? So then they layer them together to make it super dynamic. So it's like HDR, hypersaturated life. But turns out, despite the fact that they have the capability of seeing more colors, their eyesight's pretty terrible actually. It's what I've heard. Mostly, even though they can see all the colors, they don't differentiate them, you know? They have the hardware, but they don't have the software. Their software is like, that's fine. I'll just break it into these general bands of color. It's a little disappointing, to be honest. We need to mix the high quality hardware with high quality software for color processing, and then see what happens, you know? The mantis shrimp is terrifying. It is true. When there is a creature whose automatic reaction to "you are in my vicinity" is "I'm going to punch you as hard as a speeding bullet," Monki doesn't actually have much interest in getting to know this person. They may be a very nice person, but Monki is a little scared. Monki's superpower is a magnetic personality. No. Oh dear. No, but thank you, Shatter. I'm glad you think so. But that's not true. I am just Monki. My superpower is subpar transformation. Like this form you see here before you today. Muscle clown. Muscle clown coming right up. That sounds like a superhero name. Muscle clown. By day, a jester named Shatter Suga, and then by night he becomes Muscle Clown. True, but some of the British Food is Awful Brigade laugh at the beans. Really? Why do so many people have such a stigma against beans? Beans are delicious. Beans are very important to human life as well. I feel like... So if you want to have a healthy, balanced diet at the minimum effort / cost, I believe I heard that you can get all of the proteins that you need. I think it's proteins like... So this is important for people who are vegetarian, who want to be vegetarian but didn't grow up that way, so they don't know exactly how to structure their meals yet. But there's a lot of proteins that humans need to survive, right? And some of those proteins are hard to get. You can't get all of them from a single source usually, except for meat. And so that's why meat eaters get away with it. They don't have to think about it too much. But if you're not a meat eater, then there aren't very many non-meat foods that have complete protein, is what they call it, I think. But if you have, I think, whole grain rice, like brown rice, and beans, then you got yourself covered. That's one of the common combinations. So this is actually very important human life thing, beans. And they're delicious. If you look at... Monki likes to joke, if you look at Japanese food in particular, Japanese food is just various combinations of rice and beans. On the rice side, you've got like rice, you got mochi and stuff made of rice like that. And then on the bean side, you got straight up beans, like natto and other things. But then you also got tofu is made of beans, you've got miso is made of beans, you've got soy sauce is made of beans. Your average Japanese meal, it consists of rice and beans, plus some veggies and maybe some fish or some pickled veggies. But mostly rice and beans. With rice and beans, you have a nice complete meal. Obviously, Monki's not a nutritionist. There might be some other things that it's really important that you get here and there, like leafy greens and other things like that. But it's a good place to start. And beans are delicious. I feel like every culture that I know of that has beans in its food, that food is delicious. Maybe it's because it gets associated with being sort of like... Because it's cheap and easy, maybe it gets associated with maybe bad feelings for people who maybe went through a period in their life where they didn't quite have enough, you know? Maybe not enough wealth or something like that, and so it gets associated with those feelings because it's something that's easy to get in bulk and maybe that's all you ate. Then that's a little sad. But honestly, it's pretty tasty as long as you don't have a personal as long as you don't have a personal bad history with beans, I really can't see why you wouldn't like it. Though the one thing that I will say about the... Oh! What? Fuari, thank you! Fuari, welcome! Monkey's behind chat, so if you've said hi already, I apologize that I haven't seen it. Wait, let me go see your message. I need to... What? Thank you so much, Fuari! Oh boy. Gotta log in. I didn't log in yet. OMG, it's been years. 3 years already. I know, 3 years. Can you believe it? Congratulations, Monkey. May good things come your way. Thank you so much, Fuari. Thank you. Oh. Oh. 3 years. Can you believe it? Wow. Oh boy. What was Monkey talking about? Beans. Oh yes. I guess in some ways there are some beans that Monkey's not very into, but that's a very Monkey thing. Cause for Monkey, for some reason, for the most part, when I'm having a savory dish, I want it to be like majority-wise savory. I don't like it to be too sweet. Some people really like sweet in their savory dishes. I like maybe a little bit of sweet, but not too sweet. And so sometimes certain types of European beans meant for the savory portion of your meal tend to get a little sweet for me. Japanese beans too, they also have some sweet, mostly the sweet fishes though. So when I'm expecting something to be savory and it turns out sweet, I'm not so into it usually. So some European beans, I don't know if British beans fall into this category for me. I know some German beans are too sweet, in my opinion. for Monkey. So there is that. But you know, it's weird because I'm really into sweet beans when I'm expecting it. Like when it's a dessert, red bean, sweet red bean, delicious. Sweet white bean, delicious. You know? I like green bean popsicles, delicious. So I don't really know. Maybe Monkey just needs to start thinking of them as dessert. That might help. It's gotta be. It's some sort of mental thing. I know it, but I don't know. Swedish people do be delicious. So you do eat sweets? But no, it's like a rutabaga, I guess. Ah, I see. Hard to describe the texture of a crumpet. Yeah! How does one describe the texture of a crumpet? It's like it's like a pancake, but with lots of holes in it. It's like a holy pancake. Crumpets are tiny pancakes? Crumpets are a little bit like pancakes. I think the main difference is that a pancake uses a more cake-like batter, and I think crumpets actually use a more bread-like batter. So they're pan breads? Perhaps? Is that correct? I'm not sure. It's like a pancake that's had the bleep kicked out of it. Mickey from the movie Judy describing a crumpet. Hey! Oh, interesting, interesting. Happy 3rd anniversary, Monki. Nico-chan, thank you. Welcome. Thank you for many comfy times past, present, and future. Oh, thank you. You too, Nico. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Scotch pancakes are tiny pancakes. Oh, Scotch pancakes. You know, Monkey really loves that. Pancakes around the world are all so different. They're so different. They're different, you know, widths and diameters. Excuse me. Diameters and whatnot. Oh, these are cute. And sometimes there's like yogurt pancakes. I don't know how you say sirniki, I think. It's like a Russian pancake-like thing made with cheese. Oh, Scotch pancake. Looks tasty. Then there's like the American pancakes tend to be really thick, right? And then the Japanese saw that and they took it even further and like, oh yeah, and they make these giant souffle pancakes that are delicious. But then on the other side, in parts of Europe, you have these really thin pancakes. To the point you might even call them a crepe. But they call them pancakes. German pancakes are like that. They're very thin and delicious. Oh, German pancakes with sugar and lemon. Monkey likes that a lot. That's good stuff. Pancakes are great. All the pancakes. You know, I don't think it always has to be a competition. But if you ask me, waffles versus pancakes, Monkey's always been a pancake kind of monkey. I don't know why. It's just so good. I think it's the texture. It's that fluffy browned texture. Waffles tend to be more on the syrup receptacle side with extra crispiness because of all the extra surface area. And that's nice. But I feel like it's the difference between like, you know, the edge of the brownie? Good stuff because it's always crispy and tasty. But then that and like a nice gooey cookie, right? Where it's a little crisp on the outside but lots of gooey softness in the middle. And Monkey likes both. But when it comes to pancakes or waffles, Monkey's mostly a pancake kind of monkey. I believe the trend did start in Japan, yes. 2x spicy challenge soon. You know, I saw those. I saw that there is a 2x spicy. Maybe you can convince Monkey to give that one a try. Since this one's not so bad, I might give that one a try, but we'll see. We'll see. I wonder, has anyone tried the 2x or know anyone who has tried the 2x? Is it actually 2x? Mal has a laugh, and personally, I think it's great. Oh no! Sander! No. It's just a laugh. Just a monkey laugh. Oh dear. Thank you. Battle Fever J, the helmets had hair. Oh. I was that actually. At least this pink one has like Princess Peach hair. Did the others have hair too? Or just the pink one? It's looking like maybe just the pink one. I do find that one to be a curious choice. That did stand out to me now that you mention it. a curious choice. I understand. I understand. At the time, I think it boosted the franchise. Oh, but today people look and think the sculpted hair is weird. Ah, makes sense, makes sense. Though I get the feeling that that might be another one of those of the times sort of thing. Because I feel like the hairstyle that the pink one has is just not a very, how shall we say, in the modern day wouldn't Best Squid, thank you! Happy 3rd anniversary! Keep doing your best! Thank you so much, Best Squid! Hello, hello! Oh, thank you so much, everyone! Oh dear, thank you, thank you! Oh... Oh... I really appreciate it. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, okay. Who's Monkey talking about hair, I guess? The hairstyle is not necessarily a very modern hairstyle, but maybe if you did it in a way that was more modern, fashionable, then maybe people would be more okay with it. I wonder. I haven't seen Super Sentai anything since Power Rangers. Ah, Monkey never actually watched any Super Sentai growing up. I was aware of the Power Rangers, but never really got into almost any sort of action-based shows, I guess. Even when it came to like the other shows that I watched, didn't watch a lot of like action hero style shows. So I guess the first Super Sentai that I actually kind of watched, I guess, was the most recent, the Shin Kamen Rider. That might have been my first Super Sentai in a way. It's a pretty good movie, by the way. First Power Rangers came from the 16th Sentai, by the way. Oh, 16th generation? That's pretty cool. I don't know. I've heard some of those mantis shrimp can make some mean fried rice. Eh? Fried rice? What? Wait, this sounds familiar. Is this about that shrimp fried rice? Mantis shrimp fried rice? You know, I haven't heard of mantis shrimp fried rice, but now I'm curious. I wonder if mantis shrimp are tasty. Oh. I'm not gonna think about it. Monkey likes to eat all sorts of things, but if I think too hard about it... Monkey's one of those monkeys where... if I think too hard about it, and the thing that made the food is too real to me, then I start to be like, I shouldn't eat it. I'm one of those kinds of monkeys, I guess. Well, I guess if the mantis shrimp fried the rice, that should be fun. I can't stand beets or radishes. Oh, interesting. You know, Monkey had always heard that people don't like beets or don't like radishes. I guess I never thought about it. It's one of those things where growing up, Monkey didn't know what I was eating, and so I just always assumed I wouldn't like beets or radishes. But then when Monkey got older and was told that is a beet, that is a radish, Monkey was like, but this is delicious! Monkey doesn't care too much about radishes, I think. Pickled radishes can be nice, but Monkey likes pickled a lot of things. Radishes, Monkey could take or leave radishes. They can be fine. But beets? Beets? Monkey? Maybe it's because monkeys mostly had cooked beets. I think uncooked beets taste a lot more like uncooked radishes. Maybe I've had... What do cooked radishes taste like? See, this is Monkey's problem. I don't know what's in the food, I just eat it. But it turns out Monkey really likes cooked beets because they're really like juicy and sweet. In salads and in like borscht. I don't know if cooking makes a difference for you or not, but maybe it makes a difference for Monkey. I don't know. I think I've had uncooked beets and they're kind of crunchy, right? Those Monkey's not so into. Monkey likes the really juicy ones. Baked beans are delicious. I've not had them for breakfast before, but it's not uncommon around the world. Not sure why people are fixated on British beans. Yeah. That I don't know. It is a good question. Early now? Hello, the squid! Thank you for the donation earlier. I've caught up to you in chat. Hello, past best squid. There we go. Happy anniversary! Thank you! Japanese handshake Latinos eating rice and beans. Right? I feel like Latino food with rice and beans is also delicious. It's a great base to start with, and then you can add stuff to it. It's delicious. Sometimes when Monkey is eating out at places and they will have like this or that, sometimes Monkey will have to stop and say, well, I'm kind of interested in ordering this, but for some reason it doesn't come with rice and beans, so maybe I should get something else. Very strange when that happens, but sometimes I'll just order the beans and rice on the side, so I still have some. Now, inventing beans backstory. I guess Monkey's brain just invents stories sometimes. Adi? Adi? Adi! Yeah, thank you. People think beans on toast is funny. Not sure what the joke is. You know, Monkus, when you put it that way, I'm not sure what the joke is either, but honestly, it just in Monkey's head, the image is just funny. I don't know why. Just beans on toast is just a funny image. I don't know if that's why other people think it's funny, but I feel like I look at it and I'm like, what are you guys doing there? Sounds tasty, but also sounds a little funny. Maybe it's because Monkey's used to on toast. Usually you would have spreads or other things that lie flat, but here are the beans saying, hello. Like little Mameshiba. Imagine a little Mameshiba popping out. Hello, ne shiteru? Maybe that's what it is. Beans just look funny, that's all. You know, I haven't had European beans on toast, but I have had Japanese style ogura toast, which is like red beans on toast. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I wanted to try it ever since I heard of it, but I was like, well, it probably is just gonna taste like red beans on toast. I don't know. It just, it sounds delicious, but it doesn't sound special. But you take the nice thick cut Japanese shokupan, which is like a milk bread, so it's already got that sort of going for it, that milk bread texture flavor. You put some butter on it, because of course you put butter on it. And then you add the red bean on top. Usually you use okura style red bean, which is like partially mashed, so you still can kind of see the beans in it, but it's still mashed. It's not whole beans. But it's also not so... You see some red bean paste is like so filtered, so strained, that it's there are no visible beans anymore. It's just a paste. Now you want one of those in the middle kind of types of red bean paste. You put that on top. That's the beans on toast. And then you can add some whipped cream. Monki ended up making homemade whipped cream at the time. You can put that on top. It's optional. Monki loves whipped cream though, so I put a lot. And you eat it. And oh my goodness. What in the world? It's got this incredible synergy between the butter and the red beans and then the toast. I don't know. It was like 3 times as good as Monki was anticipating. I highly recommend if you get the chance. If you have access to thick cut milk bread, Japanese shokupan ideally, butter, and sort of mashed red bean paste. Not completely. I guess any sort of red bean paste would do, but the sort of like half mashed beans got a good texture and flavor to it to match the thick toast, so it can get a nice thick layer on there with some texture, you know, some texture to it. It's good stuff. That's dessert beans. Hi, Monkey. Hirogen. Hirogen, welcome. A holy pancake that must taste divine. Yes. It's pretty good. And it's one of those things you can put almost anything on it. With just butter alone, it's already delicious because it seeps into the holes, you know? It's one of those kinds of things. So it gets all infused with the butter. But you can have it sweet or savory. Highly recommend. Hearts. Thank you, Nico-chan. I know. Sorry, I'm getting distracted with work and stuff. No need to apologize, Hiki. Work is important. Focus on work and get distracted by Monkey, not the other way around. Oh dear. Actually, don't let Monkey distract you from work too much either. Hi. Dee-da-dee, welcome. I'm fashionably late. Fashionably late, exactly. But happy anniversary, Monkey. Monkey-versary, yeah. This is my 3rd Monkey-versary. Thank you all for coming. Oh. Looking at the time also, I think I have maybe... I would say... 15 to 45 minutes left? I don't know. I'll have to keep an eye on things to know for sure, but something like that. I think we can go a little longer. Wait, let me double check. Double check real quick. Speaking of time. Yeah, let's say 15 to 30 minutes. Let's say something about that much. I assume. Give it a try. Alright. Before Monkey... Let's say maybe that much before Monkey has to start wrapping up. Figured out where Monkey is in chat. Nice. Oh dear. It's a bit of a treasure hunt, isn't it? Where is the monkey? How far in the past? Now you can keep up. Oh dear, monkey's gotta keep up. Monkey is behind. We don't have sweet pancakes here. They kind of look closer to burritos. Ah, really? You don't have sweet pancakes at all? Oh. What kind of... Do you know if I were to try to look up the kinds of pancakes that you have where you're at? What would I call them? Brazilian pancake. Ooh. I didn't expect that to work, but this looks delicious. Oh. They're the really thin kind. Really thin kind. Ooh. Oh. Oh, oishisou. This looks delicious. Got some sort of ground meat looking stuff on the inside. Ooh. Do you know, does the dough tend to be sweetened at all, or is it full-on savory? Ah, looks good. Monkey's gotta try this. I didn't know about this. Now I gotta try it. Pancakes are maybe my favorite breakfast dish. Oh! I love these really dense pancakes. Oh, I've learned to make recently. Delicious and filling. Oh, dense pancakes. Interesting, interesting. Oh, are they very thick? I'm curious. I want to learn all about these pancakes. So rather than going for like really fluffy, you go for like a really cake-like texture, is that right? Speaking of pancakes, I had really good gluten-free pancakes last week. Ooh! They were served with blueberries, blackcurrant, fruit sauce, and sour cream. Wow, that sounds incredible! That sounds incredible! Oh, I gotta try that. You know, I don't know if I've tried gluten-free pancakes. I wonder what they were made out of. I'll do the double spicy challenge if you do now. So it is to be this way, is it? So that's how you want to play it, Shatter. Well, I mean, if you put it that way, that does start to get kind of tempting. Let's talk offline. I might be down for this. You may have provided Monki with some extra motivation to try out that 2x spicy. Definitely of the time, since one of them had the flag of the USSR. Oh! Oh! Wait, the Sentai? What were they? The Battle Fever J. Were they based on countries? Oh, now that I look more closely, it does look like they were kind of based on countries, weren't they? Did they come from different parts of the world? Oh, I see! Oh, fascinating! Oh, I'd never heard of Sentai that were based on countries. In my neck of the woods, we eat beets and radishes raw, and they burn my mouth full. Oh, yeah, I see. That's one of the main things, is they're kind of spicy when they're raw, right? If you boil them quite a lot, the spiciness goes away almost completely, and they become really sweet and juicy. I recommend giving that a try if you want to see if there's a way that you might be able to enjoy eating them. I feel like beets especially, super juicy. I really like it. The texture almost reminds me of like Jello. Like a firmer Jello, and I really like that sort of smooth bite to it. Maybe that's Monki, but I grew up with various kinds of like Jello-y dessert type things, and so it reminds me of that. Yeah. You know what else is surprisingly spicy if you don't cook it all the way through? Is Brussels sprouts. I didn't realize this until I had mostly only had cooked Brussels sprouts, but then while we were cooking some Brussels sprouts at home once, I decided I'd try eating the core, I think it was, because we were just taking the outside leaves, and Monki is very mottainai. Monki doesn't like to waste food. In fact, Monki is a bit of a scavenger, I guess, when it comes to cooking at home. Usually someone else in my family is cooking at home, and they'll have the little bits that they're not planning to put in the food, and they give it to Monki. Hey, you want this? Hey, you want this? So I ate like Brussels sprout cores and like mushroom stems. Because they're still good. Anyway, I ate some Brussels sprout cores, and they were spicy. Spicy has so many different kinds of spicy too. This is more like this is the type of spicy is more like a radish spicy. It's not like a pepper spicy or like a ginger spicy or a peppercorn spicy. It's more like a radish spicy. There's a lot of kinds of spicy out there. But Monkey was surprised because none of that sticks around when you cook it, it feels like. Borscht is top tier. Yes, borscht so good. I love stews already, so it was already up my alley. Stews are so good. It's another one of those things that I think flies under the radar because people think of it as just like common food that you don't think about, I guess. But they're so good. Grabbing hot dog and already somewhat bad food, then making it fried and way worse. Completely fine. Oh, making it fried. Are you talking like, what do they call it? Like corn dogs? Where you bread it in corn breading and then you fry it? That is pretty good. Putting beans in toast. Filthy. Some people logic. Filthy. How could you do such a thing? You know, Monki actually finds it really interesting that depending on your culture, some cultures really find it abhorrent to put things together that they've not thought about putting together before. I don't know if all cultures are like this or just some cultures more than others, but this idea of like free experimentation of putting things together that you don't think would actually match, I feel like some cultures just completely avoid that. Like if I've never heard of this combination before, I am suspicious of it. That kind of thing, you know? Whereas Monki at least, and I don't know if this is a monkey thing or a monkey's culture thing. I'll have to ask my fellow monkeys. But when I see something that you put together two things that I wouldn't normally think would go together, my first thought is like, oh, that doesn't sound like it would work. And then I think about it some more, and I think, well, if someone likes it, it must go together somehow. And then Monki gets really curious, and then Monki wants to try it. Monki wants to try all the weird sounding things. It just sounds so interesting. And sometimes you'll say, it didn't really work. I wasn't so into it. And sometimes you'll go, that was incredible. Like the red bean toast, except that one I was pretty sure. I mean, all the components to Monki already made sense that they would taste good together, even though I'd never tried it. But it's so good together. It's incredibly good together. Totally worth a try. Monki's perfect example, though, of things that Monki decided to try and decided it doesn't actually work. Was that Monki once tried a chocolate chicken, and it wasn't like mole, right? I feel like Mexicans know how to do savory chocolate because, I mean, chocolate is theirs, so I mean, they know what they're doing. But this place that I was at was not Mexican. In fact, I think it was Cantonese, perhaps? I don't know why they were trying to do a chocolate chicken, but they didn't do a mole. They did like a sweet chocolate sauce on top of roasted chicken. And Monki, of course, said, well, I have to try it. I have to try it. But it tasted like chocolate and chicken. There was no synergy whatsoever. Even in my mouth, if I took a bite, my brain said, that's chocolate. And then I wait a little longer, and there's the chicken. There was no synergy. And so it was at that point where Monki thought to myself, you know, I would probably enjoy this a lot better if it was chocolate and chicken separately. Not together. The together didn't work for Monki. Maybe it'll work for other people. So sometimes you get stuff like that. But I don't think I've ever gotten anything where Monki said, why would you ever put these things together? Even if it wasn't to Monki's taste. Like, in that, I don't think Monki's tried something and thought to myself, that is abhorrent. That is against nature. The chocolate chicken wasn't great, but it was, I would say, maybe below par. Monki would never order it again, but it wasn't abhorrent. It was more like, I don't think these go together. So I feel like it's always worth a try, right? What is something that Monkeys had that didn't sound like it would go together, but then it went together really well? I don't remember right now, but I'll try to think of something while I also try to catch up with chat. Though I am used to eating beans at meals only, lunch. So in a way, it do look odd for me. There we go. Oh, ho, ho. So, you mean you only eat beans at lunch? Or what did you mean? Or bean soup. Ah, I mean, Brazilian beans are also delicious. Brazilian, feijão and feijoada, I like both. Both are very good. I kind of need to teach myself how to make it at home because my Brazilian monkey relatives keep telling me it's easy, it's easy. You just make it at home. It's very easy. But I have not tried yet. So sometimes I complain. I'm craving. Well, mostly feijão they say is easy. I mean, feijoada you have to have some like meats and stuff to put in it. But at least the feijão, right? I think that's the right way. I'm like, oh, I really want it. And they say, just make it yourself. You can make it. It's very easy. Let Monkey distract you from work. Understood. No. No. I misspoke. Do not let the monkey distract you from work. Work is important. Yay, no, it's still live. Hello, A-Fox, welcome back. I'm glad you made it before I had to sign off. I still have a little bit of time left. We'll see if I catch up to you in the present or not. I'm nearly ready. Hold on. Be about 10 minutes. Oh, I see. But you said this about 10 minutes ago. More than 10 minutes ago by the timestamp. Oh no, is Monkey that far behind? I apologize. Quick, bring the kimono and tea talks so the stream lasts forever, JK. Oh no. Oh no, Ehiki, you really gonna do this to Monkey? We're already talking about food. You're gonna throw everything else into the mix at the same time? They are very think. Whole grain wheat as opposed to processed flour. Oh, they're very thin. Oh! Whole grain wheat as opposed to processed flour. Definitely leaning into the cake part of the name. But they're very good. Oh! That reminds me of blinis, I think they're called. Blinis, I think, also use whole wheat. Is that right? Blini. No, nowadays... buckwheat! That's what it is. Blinis use buckwheat, and they're sort of these thinner pancakes that you can put stuff on. Tasty stuff. I don't know. Is it like a blini? Oh, there we go. Yeah, the theme of Battle Fever J is that they are super soldiers of the UN. Oh, wow! You know, it's really cool when you think about how media tends to represent the time so much. Sometimes it's very... how do you say? Very obvious, very intentionally obvious. Like in this there, the theme is the UN. And that's really kind of fun to see. But sometimes it's very subtle too. Battle Japan, Cossack, France, Kenya, and Miss America, IIRC. Miss America! That's funny. Isn't that like a beauty contest thing? Makes sense that Brussels sprouts would be kind of spicy raw. Because cabbages too. Also, they're mustard leaves. Yes! Hemoglobin! I recently learned about... have you heard the good word of the brassica? The good word of the brassica. So you see, as Hemoglobin stated, did you know that cabbages and mustard greens, which make mustard, are the same plant? In fact, this plant, the brassica plant, I think it's a species. This whole species makes a ridiculously wide variety of foods across the spectrum and all over the world. It's kind of crazy. If you start looking, the brassicas have taken over. They're everywhere when you start looking. You gotta look for it. It's kind of incredible. It's the super plant. Who would waste mushroom stems and Brussels sprouts? Right? I always munch on those. I feel like Monkey grew up with like with some other animal roommates like guinea pigs and stuff, and sometimes you give them some of your veggie food scraps, I guess, and they munch. It's very cute. But sometimes Monkey feels like I no longer have guinea pig roommates, but I can be the guinea pig roommate, and I stand by and waiting for the vegetable scraps, and then munch. My list of things I love about winter continually expands. It's stew season. Oh. Aha, it's true. It's true. Winter stew season. Oh, that's great. I hadn't thought about that. All the cozy things happen in winter because winter's the time to get cozy. My brother and father have a reflex to try it when they think of a wrong-sounding combination. Oh! And they usually find that it sounds wrong because it is wrong. I see. They have the opposite inclination to most people. That's great. That reminds me of... If y'all remember the very, very opening of Shokugeki... The very opening of Shokugeki, both the manga and the anime, start out the same way. And it's this idea that you gotta experiment with all of the different combinations that sound like they wouldn't work in order to find the crazy combinations that just do work perfectly. And so it starts out, I think, with Yukihira. He tries taco with peanut butter, I think. But taco, I mean octopus peanut butter. And he's like, it's disgusting. As expected. But you gotta try all the combinations to know what works and what doesn't, right? Because not everything's gonna work together either. But I will say, sometimes you try something and it doesn't work, but then you get an idea and you say, you know, I feel like this doesn't work, but I know how to make it work, right? I feel like there might be a way to make peanuts, for example, work well with octopus. That seems like something that could definitely happen. But maybe not just straight up peanut butter plus octopus. Chocolate chicken? Yeah. For some reason, chocolate chicken. And it was like a sweet chocolate sauce. Like, I feel like I said, mole is a totally different beast. Mole chicken sounds like it would be pretty tasty, and that would also technically be a chocolate chicken, but this was not that. Maybe this is another example of you take the thing, it doesn't work, but maybe you try to figure out how to make it work. Because this was like a sweet chocolate sauce. I don't know. Hi. Nico, hello. Welcome. It's good to see you. I am very behind in chat, as you may have noticed. So I apologize for the late greetings, but welcome to the Tianshi Club. Some flavors don't mix, quite literally, lol. I am reminded of a sinner sandwich. What is a sinner sandwich? Should I look it up? Maybe I'll let you explain it to me and then I'll look it up. Maybe I'll look it up first. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm too curious. What is sinner sandwich? Oh, deadly premonition. From a game? Oh. I might need you to explain this to me. You know how Monki is with games. Monki has no idea about any of it. They tried chili cheesecake. Oh, chili cheesecake. And tuna ketchup ice cream. Oh, I never tried them again. Yeah. That reminds me, Monkeys tried various flavored ice creams. Tends to be really popular as an experiment. Monkeys tried some that were really good, and monkeys tried some that were maybe never again. I would say on the surprisingly good side is garlic ice cream. Because garlic is actually a little sweet on its own to begin with, and so it just ends up adding a little bit of spice. And you get this vanilla ice cream with a bit of the sweet garlic flavor and a bit of spice. Pretty tasty. On the other side of things, Monki had a seaweed ice cream once, and honestly, what bothered Monki wasn't so much the flavor, but the texture. Because it felt like they just kind of mashed up seaweed and then froze it. It just felt kind of grainy? I don't know if grainy is the right word. Leafy? It didn't feel like ice cream texture. It wasn't even like an icy sort of ice cream. It was just mushy. And Monki couldn't really get past that to say whether or not the flavor was any good. I feel like it just tasted like seaweed. So maybe not that one. What else? What other weird ice creams has Monki tried? Not sure. Oh, olive oil. Olive oil ice cream was pretty good, actually. Salt and olive oil. But tuna. Tuna was it? Tuna ketchup. Ketchup could work. Ketchup could work because ketchup is just basically sweet tomato sauce, right? I feel like a sweet tomato ice cream, that could probably work. Oh, but I did have a tomatoes with ice cream recently, and it didn't synergize very well, but that felt more like because they didn't quite do it right. I feel like they could have done it a little better. Like, there could have been more synergy. There was potential there. So I feel like they kind of tried to do it like almost like a caprese. So they had olive oil, tomatoes, and vanilla ice cream. So that sort of thing. But the vanilla ice cream, it just didn't synergize. But I think if you take it more from the standpoint of, say, like a creamy tomato soup ice cream, and do that, sort of like a vanilla ice cream with a tomato swirl or something like that, that I could see working out. Now, tuna, though, I don't think I've ever had any meat or fish ice creams before. I'm not so sure about that one. I wonder. Somehow it doesn't sound great to me. But then again, Monki doesn't like really sweet fish to begin with. Like I was mentioning I think niboshi they're called, the Japanese dried fish that are then coated in like sugar, I guess, hardened sugar. They're like, you'll find them during the New Year's. They're kind of a New Year's snack. Some people really like them, but Monki never really got into it, I guess. Monki likes the salty version of those fishes that you see in China. The no sugar, just salty, dried little tiny fishes. That's pretty good. But I don't know. The sweet ones Monki's just not into. Maybe because I like the salty ones so much that I'm expecting the salty ones, and then I eat it and it's sweet. And chili cheesecake. I almost feel like you could get that to work. Almost, but maybe not chili. Maybe something. What goes well with like soft white cheese, soft sweet white cheese? Well, a sweet chili could work. Maybe. Pepper? No. Maybe. I have to think about it. Monki's not a chef. Monki doesn't know. Because I'm thinking about how spicy in sweet foods can be really good. Like Mexican chocolate and Mexican hot chocolate with the chili flavor. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. But I wonder about cheesecake. I tried chocolate chicken recently and was unable to finish it. You tried it too? It wasn't just... Monki just found it one-off and never seen it again. I didn't know if it was something they had just come up with themselves or what. So you've seen it too. The legendary chocolate chicken. Hello. Oh, hello, BB. Bulldog noodle? Yeah. Or samyang noodle? Bulldog. I think it's samyang. That's what the bag says over there, at least. The spicy noodle. I don't know what bulldog is actually. I thought it was another company. Shows what Monki knows. I think bulldog. Bulldog is fire chicken. Ah, okay. Oh, that must be what it says then. Yes, it's the Samyang bulldog noodle, I guess. It's a spicy chicken noodle. I already finished it a little while back, actually. It wasn't so bad. We are now contemplating the embarking on the 2x challenge. We'll see. Not today, but another time maybe. All this food talk making me hungry. I know what you mean, Best Squid. I just ate a whole bowl of noodles. I think the bag said something like over 500 calories or something in that whole bowl of noodles. But even so, now I'm starting to feel hungry again. The brand is called Kodiak. Kodiak cakes. Oh, Kodiak. Like the bear? Is there a bear called Kodiak? I feel like there is. Kodiak bear. Yes! The Kodiak bear! Also known as the Kodiak brown bear. Or sometimes the Alaskan brown bear. Of course, Monki knows this sort of thing. I don't know why. They're cute though! Monki likes bears. Kodiak. Oh, I see! Kodiak cakes. It has a picture of a bear in it. That makes sense! Kodiak cakes. Images. Pancakes. Oh, I see. Oh. Ooh. Well, that looks interesting. Oh. Looks tasty. They're very specifically trying to bring up the rugged lumberjack image. Oh. So they're extra thick and dense. Oh, and that helps with the, you said they're made of whole wheat flour too, right? That gives you that sort of rugged, woodsy flavor. You know, I can see why for a while the high-processed white flour, white rice, all of these things got really popular because it brings out that especially sweet, starchy flavor that is really unique because you really have to process it to get it. But I will say, whole grains are so tasty. They have all these flavors and nuttiness and oils and stuff that I feel like Monki's not the type... With a lot of things, I guess, Monki's not the type to take sides, and this is one of them. If you ask Monki in the, like, white processed grains versus whole grains, what does Monki prefer? It really depends on the dish and how Monki is feeling at the time, because both can be so tasty in their own ways. Yeah, it's very lucky I'm just sitting down to lunch right now. Ah, well, I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, this is a good lunchtime stream for certain peoples. I think for Nico-chan, is it like in the middle of the morning? I don't remember. Other Nico-chan. Sorry, your name reminds me of, because there are multiple Nikos in chat right now. I miss having guinea pigs. Oh, my cat would eat them though. Eh? Really? But they're so big. I don't know. How big of a cat have you got? Are we talking about baby guinea pigs? Actually, Monki's never met a baby guinea pig, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure how big baby guinea pigs are, but like full-size adult guinea pigs, I mean that's like at least a russet potato, maybe two. That's what Monki remembers at least. Though I guess it is kind of tough having rodents if you also have feline roommates. Monki has been really wanting to get some rat roommates or mice roommates. Probably rat roommates. But Monki has feline roommates, so it's probably not a good idea. So Monki has decided, well, I prioritize the roommates that I currently have. Peanut butter squid. Yes, the peanut butter squid. You know, I wonder if the author actually tried the peanut butter squid or not. Because the author said, oh, it was terrible. But I feel like, did they make sure it was terrible? Maybe we should try it. Was it squid actually, not octopus? Monkey doesn't remember. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Ah, I just figured out where Monkey is in chat. Oh, you too now. Oh dear. Yes, I am. I am kind of behind. Checking timestamps. I am 14 minutes behind. I apologize. Now I'm hungry for noodles. Noodles are pretty tasty, I gotta say. The Soma family fails spectacularly on purpose. Yes, exactly. Mole is savory, maybe a little sweet. Goes great with meat. I make enchiladas with it. Enchiladas are so good. Gotta say. I just did. It'll be a moment until you find that out. Yeah. Oh boy, I apologize for always being so far behind. A sinner sandwich is something explicitly made to atone for one's sins. Oh. Turkey, strawberry jam, and breakfast cereal. Breakfast cereal? It's unique, if nothing else. It's like you put your whole breakfast into the sandwich together. You know, I could almost see that working. Because I feel like some people like, what is it? Turkey and cranberry sauce are often paired together in North America, right? And at first Monkey wasn't so sure about that either, because as I mentioned, I'm always very hesitant about sweet foods in my savory foods. I feel like they need to be separated. There's a time when I want to eat savory, and there's a time when I want to eat sweet, and I don't want them mixing too much. So mostly I don't go in for that. But maybe at the proper ratios, Monkey can like it sometimes. Like just a little sweet, or especially if it's more tart than sweet. Though when it comes to turkey and cranberry sauce, usually I'll eat the turkey first and then eat the cranberry sauce separately as like dessert. But I could kind of see it working, maybe with the right strawberry jam. The breakfast cereal threw me off for a second, but it's more starch, right? So I feel like in this case, if you took out any one of the 3 ingredients, it would kind of make sense. So like a turkey and breakfast cereal sandwich, it could work depending on the breakfast cereal, right? Like sort of like an oaty breakfast cereal maybe, or something like that. Just some extra whatever. Or a strawberry jam breakfast cereal sandwich. Now that sounds like a really nice dessert breakfast sandwich. Or turkey and strawberry jam could almost work if you're into that sort of savory sweet mix. But altogether, Monkey's having a hard time imagining it. Though on the whole, maybe Monkey wouldn't be so into it. Monkey never really liked... Maybe this is something that Monkey's gotta revisit though. Growing up, Monkey was never really into jams and jellies on my sandwiches. Monkey really liked peanut butter, for example, so rather than a PB&J, Monkey would just do PB, I guess. No J! Only peanut butter sandwiches. And just skip the jam or the jelly. But over time, I've been having more jams and stuff. I think I like jams. I'm not sure I like jellies. But I've been having more and more jams that I like. Though mostly... What do I mostly put them on? I mean, the crumpets were really good. That's really good. What else did I put them on? Now I don't remember. But, you know... Maybe I should give it a try again. Oh, garlic is so good. Yeah, the garlic ice cream? I haven't tried garlic ice cream though. Oh, it's totally worth a try. I very much recommend it, but I think maybe you gotta have a certain kind of taste. So I don't know if you have that kind of taste or not. But I wonder if they make a non-dairy version. Oh, that's true, that's true. We were just talking about how most of the world cannot have dairy in the first place. Or rather is lactose intolerant. But yeah, if they make a non-dairy version. I've never heard of a non-dairy version, but I wonder how you would do it. Maybe use oat milk? I almost feel like that could be really good with the garlic and the oat flavor. I haven't tried too many creamy non-dairy ice creams, though I do like gelatos and sorbets that have no milk in them too. I wonder if you could do a garlic version of that. That would be very spicy, I'm sure. Because the milk kind of helps to cut the spicy of the garlic. Oh, now I'm having thoughts. Now I feel like it's worth a try. Niboshi? Yeah, I think I'm talking about niboshi. Maybe I'll look it up so I make sure I'm not telling y'all the wrong things. Niboshi. Oh, sorry, only one I though. I think niboshi. Yeah, niboshi. Also iriko. Oh, that's just a type of dried fish actually. What are the kinds that they use for... What's the kinds that they use for New Year's? New Year's niboshi. It is actually... Okay, so they are part of... The ones that are part of osechi ryori, which is the Japanese New Year's foods, they are niboshi, but they're sweet for some reason. Let me see. Fish. Mixed. No. Dried sardines cooked in soy sauce. Tazukuri? I don't know. What are the... Osechi... Sweet... Dried... Fish. Sweet dried fish. Oh, it is tazukuri. Okay, so that's the candied dried fish. Tazukuri. Yeah. Not niboshi, but it might be made of niboshi, I wonder. Like you take niboshi and then you candy it? I wonder. I'm the one in the past now. Hello, past Hiki. Minutes ago, speaking of trying out foods, I like to try unique recipes, come up with things, and so I made eggs with ketchup. Oh boy, was it bad. Oh, interesting, Hiki. You know, unless it's a personal preference thing, I try playing around with it some more because both China and Japan have eggs with tomato sauce dishes that are delicious. For Japanese people, if you think about omurice, if you've heard about omelet rice, the Japanese omelet rice, traditionally served with sweet American-style ketchup. In fact, the fried rice that goes underneath the omelet is usually stir-fried with the ketchup, and then you put ketchup on top. So that's one way that people like having ketchup and eggs. Another way, I don't know if it's considered ketchup or not, but sort of like a Chinese breakfast food is scrambled eggs with a tomato sauce. And it's kind of a sweet tomato sauce. So both of these actually, sometimes they get a little too sweet for Monki's taste, but they are tasty. Worth a try, seeing if making it the way that another person made it helps make the combination more tasty for you. Yeah. And then aside from that, obviously, there's gonna be like egg and tomato dishes, but I think egg and tomato that starts to get further away from from ketchup, I guess, because ketchup's like a sweet tomato sauce, right? Whereas I'm thinking like, what do they call it? Like shakshuka? I think usually has eggs and tomatoes together, but that's a completely different beast at that point. I wonder if a spicy chili pepper cheesecake could work, right? I feel like there's a way. I feel like there's a way. Theoretically, a chili cheesecake could work if the cream cheese was savory and maybe Fritos as the base of the cake, maybe? Oh, turning it into a savory dish. Oh, that's interesting. If you put it that way, especially with the Fritos, it starts to lean towards like, well, that reminds me of like nachos a little bit. Like a cream cheese nachos with chili. Or you could kind of think of it as like, again, like a charcuterie. I still remember when I realized that pizza is just warm charcuterie that's been put together for you, which is why cold pizza is delicious, because it's just regular charcuterie that's already been put together for you. So yeah, I could see that. Though I still kind of like the idea of trying to do it in a sweet way too. Maybe like a sweet... You know, I don't mind sweets that have a hint of savory to them. I really don't know where this bias of mine comes from. I don't mind sweets that have a bit of savory, so if you did like a sweet cheesecake with chilies and a bit of salt, that's fine for Monki. Well, I guess that's salt, not savory. But I think it could work. I think we could do something. I know that southern US food sometimes also has like a sweet chili jam. It's not very sweet. It's like, but it's a chili jam and it's really tasty. And I wonder if that would be a good thing to maybe have together with something like cheesecake or something sweet. Dang, officially back now. Hello, A-Fox! Sorry about all that. No problem. Hath the noodles been consumed? They hath been consumed. Oh yeah, they have nice... Yeah. Not so bad. Honestly. I might try the 2x with you, Shadow. Let's talk. Literally finished eating lunch while watching this. Ah, more good lunchtime stream, huh? He brought in a rat about that size once. About the size of a guinea pig. Oh my goodness. Your kitty friend is a real hunter. My goodness. Yeah, then maybe not best to get a guinea pig. One of my bros has said that basically guinea pigs are walking hamburgers. The walking hamburgers of the animal kingdom. So if your kitty friend is enough of a hunter to bring back a rat about that size, the guinea pig's probably not safe. Maybe sometimes the guinea pigs are so slow that they're not interesting as prey. Cats like things that go fast, you know? But probably still not worth the risk. Yeah, because guinea pigs, I think the reason they're called guinea pigs is partially in reference to the fact that they were bred specifically as domestic agriculture animals for eating. So they're not very good at surviving, one might say. Dang, I was practicing guitar. Oh, that's nice. It's actually 4:15 p.m. here. Oh, okay, so more like Nico is in NA now. Oh, I see. Nyahaha, afternoon, Monki. Oh, afternoon, Nico-chan. I see. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it. Yeah, wait. It is some ungodly hour, as they call it in Japan right now, right? Now I'm gonna double check. Ah, yes. It is currently 5:30 a.m. in Japan, so... I'm glad you were able to make it on NA time where it is not the middle of the night. Though I guess at that point it's the middle of the early morning. Sorry, nothing personal, but I couldn't ruin my flow. Oh, certainly, that makes a lot of sense. And also, I got a jam sesh in a couple days, so I gotta prepare. Oh, that sounds like fun though, hey Fox. A jam sesh, huh? Is this just for fun? Or is this with one of your classes or something? Monkey just blanked out. I called you the right name, right? Somehow, in Monkey's head, suddenly I couldn't. The words that came out of my mouth, I forget. Because now we have 2 Nikos and 2 Foxes in the chat. And so Monkey's brain is maybe a little bit kuru kuru kuru, going around in circles. But yes, A Fox plays an excellent guitar. I don't know if it played today or not yet. But one of our songs, one of our background songs, was entirely composed and played by A Fox, which is pretty cool. Oh, wise and powerful monkey Shaman played. Welcome! Good to see you. I am glad to once again bask in your omnipotence, radiant aura. No. I can feel the youth returning to me, and I thank you for. Wow, that's really epic sounding. I am just monkey. I am just monkey. But thank you. Welcome back. Oh, good, I'm in time. Hiroharu, welcome. It's good to see you. I'm glad you could make it. Oh my goodness, looking at the time, I might have to sign off soon-ish, but I think we'll be alright. I can see that I'm starting to catch up on chat. So I think we'll be alright. But I might have to stop soonish, but I'm glad you could make it. I'm at work, but I wanted to show my support. Thank you so much. Hiroharu, you're the best. My thought process was maybe it was Cheerios as the breakfast. Oh, that's a great one. But they never specify in-game. People have defaulted to cornflakes. Oh, you know, I feel like Cheerios could work pretty well in a sandwich. I don't know, cornflakes was also kind of in my head, but I'm not sure how the texture would work out in a sandwich. Maybe it'd be okay. Never tried it. I wonder what kind of bread you would want to use. Probably a harder bread to hold up to the crunchiness on the inside. Not like a really soft, not like a Wonder Bread, but more like a nice, thick European style. European style bread. But you know, sometimes... Oh, here's a good example of something that Monkey thought should never work, but actually works really well. Mac and cheese, grilled cheese sandwich. Why would you do that? Why would you put mac and cheese into a grilled cheese You're just putting more starch into starch. You already had the grilled cheese. Why do you gotta put the macaronis in it? Monkey didn't understand. But then Monkey tried it. And oh my goodness. Monkey's brain could not comprehend. I don't know why, but it is delicious. It is worth a try. Big fan. Ever tried a peanut butter and pickle sandwich? Oh, I've heard of that one. But you know, that's the type of thing that Monkey's not sure I would like. Because I like peanut butter and I like pickles. But together, I don't know. I feel like I like peanut butter for its sort of creamy, nutty... I almost say like the... You know how there's different types of like chocolate and different types of coffee, and there's a spectrum between like the earthier, chocolatier, creamier flavors and the more acidic, fruity flavors, I guess, is how people talk about it. For me, peanut butter is a strong, like, chocolatey flavor. It goes well with chocolate and that kind of stuff. And so something so acidic like a pickle just feels like it wouldn't work. But I haven't tried it, so... I have to give it a try before I can say for sure. Though I guess it depends on the pickle, too. Monkey really likes a lot of pickles, but... Once again, I guess this will... I don't know where this comes from, but Monkey's not into, like, sweet pickles. I like the really acidic ones, but I don't like the sweet ones very much. I wonder if it matters which kind of pickle you use in the peanut butter pickle sandwich. I swear, like, sweet chili eggs slap. Oh, interesting. Sweet chili eggs. I'm gonna look that up because I don't think I've tried it or seen it, but it sounds tasty. Let's see. Sweet chili eggs. Best fried egg recipe. Oh. 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 It looks like you can do it multiple ways. Unless Google image search is unless Google image search is leading me wrong. I see fried eggs, I see boiled eggs. I even see mostly fried eggs it looks like. That sounds pretty good. Wait, these are Scotch eggs. Oh, I see. Scotch eggs with the chili sauce, I suppose. Interesting, interesting. Unfortunately, I have to run, but it's good to see you now. Oh, so, thank you for dropping by, Hiroharu. I'm sorry if I was so late in responding to you that you didn't get to hear me say hi, but hello and goodbye, and I'm glad you dropped by. Name's hard, can confirm. Yes! Name's hard. I guess that makes me the intersection of the Venn diagram. Yes, exactly. Nico Fox belongs to both categories, linking the two in harmony. There's a lot of foxes here. Yeah, fox. Not jazz jam sessions. Ooh! Go to a couple different places, usually about twice a month. Meet with friends and also play some tunes. Oh, that sounds like fun! Jam sessions are basically just band members requesting tunes and then just playing an audience in a scuffed fun sort of way. Oh, so you play for an audience? That's awesome! Oh, that's really cool! I didn't know you were doing that sort of thing now. As Monki is gonna sign off and I also just joined, just gonna say thanks again. Oh, thank you, A-Fox! 2020 was a year. It was a year, wasn't it? Guitar, Animal Crossing, and Persona 5 Royal were basically my life. And man, I can't believe it's been 3 years. It's honestly crazy, man. 3 years! I can't believe it either! And I can't believe those of you who've stuck around with me since then, too. Thank you so much. I don't know why you're all here, but... and now I'm on the cusp of adulthood. Oh! And finishing school. Oh! And I'm gonna audition to music school to study a block of woods with strings. For 4 years and fulfill my dreams of becoming a musician. Oh, A-Fox, that's wonderful. Good luck to you. So much good luck to you. Not gonna lie, there's never been a doubt in my mind that you would pursue music and that you would be incredible at it, so you can do it. Ganbare. Honestly emotional, man. Yeah. Oh, A-Fox. It's been wonderful growing up with you. I guess is a way to put it. You've been an incredible member of the Tianshi Tea Club, and it's always wonderful having you come by and chatting with you. Sorry, still not getting rid of me. And from the absolute beginning, Shatter. Still looking for that peach of immortality, Lamal. Oops! Oh no! You're right! Oh dear! Monkey's mind is totally skipped with all the monkey business that Monkey's been up to. 3 years and Shatter's still waiting for that peach of immortality. We will get to it. We will get it for you. Oh. Thank you for sticking around with Monkey for 3 years. I still don't understand why, but thank you. I shall head out for now. Okay, Shaman Blade. Until our next meeting, I shall have more titles for the wise and powerful divine monkey. Oh dear. Just monkey. As they are all deserved. Till we meet again, take care. Thank you, Shaman Blade. You take care too. Thanks so much for coming by. All in time, Lamal. Yes, all in time. I found a new fruit to occupy my quest, at least. Oh, ever heard of a palpo fruit? I have not. Palpo. Palpo. I have not heard of it. For some reason, it reminds me of One Piece. Oh, Kingdom Hearts. Oh, it's cute! It's cute! Wait, I know this fruit. I know this fruit. Is this the same as the star fruit? Stardew Valley also has star fruit. Have you tried star fruit, by the way? Star fruit is delicious. It's like this tart. Honestly, it looks like it should taste sort of like really, really, I don't know, tropical, exotic. But it tastes like a giant grape. That's Monkey's feeling. Oh, palpo fruit. Looks like palpo fruit's a little different because star fruit is long. Palpo fruit looks like it's flat. Looks tasty though. Thanks for the support now. Honestly, if there is one thing I believe in, is that there is no such thing as talent. Anyone can do anything by putting in enough hours and time and effort. That's a wonderful philosophy, A-Fox. I do think that everyone has a different starting place too, right? Some people will have a harder time with certain things than other people. But we all have, kind of like I was saying earlier, we all have our own superpowers, right? We all have things that come a little easier to us than other people and things that come a little harder to us than other people. But in the end, like you said, as long as you have the passion for it, no matter where you started, you can get there. It's also a mythological fruit. Oh, a central plot point. Oh, I see. Gonna head out here. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for coming, Nico Fox. It was great seeing you. Glad to catch it for... I could catch it for a bit. Yeah, I'm glad you could come by too. Actually, looking at the time and... Monkey caught up to chat. Are y'all helping me out again? Is that what's happening? Monkey caught up to chat and it's about time for Monkey to sign off soon myself. So, maybe I should take this opportunity while I got it, huh? It's about that time. Oh my goodness. Don't know Kingdom Hearts lore, but they pretty important, I think. Oh, I see. Well, good luck, Shatter. I don't know what kind of magical, mystical powers you will get from it, but I'm sure that our wonderful what did we say? Macho clown? Will only get stronger. Alright. Yes, to start wrapping up. Glad to see your stream again. Thank you, Hemoglobin. Thanks for coming by. It was good to see you again, too. Thanks for everything, Nal. Gotta say, I'm loving Nal's return. Aww. Thank you. I will try not to be away for so long again. I'm still not sure when I'll be able to stream again, but I'll try my best, huh? The time, Sag. Yes, always the time. Monkey's eternal... I wouldn't say enemy, I guess. I don't want to be enemies with time, but, you know... struggle. We are always at odds, Monkey and the time. Well, if we're signing off here, happy anniversary one more time then now. Thank you, Shatter, thank you. Here's to another year of Monkey. Yeah, more and more years of Monkey to come. I'll see if we can set up a 2x spicy noodle challenge. Sounds good. They go up to 5x BTW. Oh boy. Well, let's see. Let's see then, huh, Shatter? Uh-oh, indeed. Monkey shouldn't have said, oh, this one was so spicy, you know? Then Monkey wouldn't have to progress further, but at this point, it feels like the quest must go on. The spicy noodle quest. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming, D. Good job today. Thank you, thank you. It was very comfy. I'm glad it was comfy. Get ready for another no year now time. I'll try my best, Afox. I'll try my best to be around here and there. Hugs. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you. Thanks for the stream now. Thanks for coming, Nico-chan. Always a good time. Hashtag love Tianshi. Oh dear. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Oh dear. See you next stream. 4-year anniversary. Before then, Afox, I'm sure. We'll figure it out. But all seriousness, thanks now. Hashtag love Tianshi. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for coming. This has been really wonderful. It's been great chatting with you all. It was fun trying the new spicy noodles, and I will see you again soon. I don't know when, but soon. Not another year from now. Sometime before that. Come to think of it, is Monki wrong, or do I owe you all like a subs goal stream at this point? What number are we at? I haven't checked in a while. I'll double check that later. But thank you all so much. Alright, I better go though, huh? Thank you all so much for coming. Bye bye. Bye bye, Afox. Thank you all. And thank you all for 3 years. Those of you who have been with us for all 3 years, and those of you who are just coming in now, thank you all so much. It really means a lot to me. Until next time. Okay, alright. Then I guess with this meeting of the Tianshi Tea Club is now officially adjourned. Alright, thank you all so much, and I will see you again soon, TM. Monki soon. Hopefully sooner than Monki soon. Alright. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.